I'm glad to see you.
I think Ginger is mixed up in it somehow.
Why do you say that?
He acted suspiciously when I questioned him.
What do you mean?
Well, he was squirming and didn't really say anything.
He might just have been in shock.
The hoof pick I found on the dead bandit in the woods is his.
That is fucking suspicious.
He disappeared right after we found those bandits in the woods. And I think I know where he went.
Where?
To the charcoal burners. He has friends there.
We've got to find him. But if his friends really are hiding him, I doubt they'll talk to my men. You should search for him, Henry. Go, before the trail turns cold. I'll send a report to Ratai.
Very well, sir.
Salve, salve galera da Crocs Games, sejam bem-vindos ao nosso canal, quem vos fala é James Crocs. Galera, hoje tem uma missão aqui investigativa para encontrar aí o suspeito aí de ajudar a matar a galera aqui na vila aqui, mano, os lazarentos, que teoricamente parece que ele é culpado, né? Mas não podemos acusar sem ter provas. Então o objetivo de hoje é pesquisar o Panocha, achar ele, encontrar ele. E para encontrar ele eu vou ter que rodar aí pelas carbonarias, não sei se é assim que fala. E a primeira é aqui que eu encontro, que o pessoal faz carvão, né? E vamos conversar com a primeira pessoa aqui e investigar sobre o Panocha. Então acompanhe os diálogos aí, até espanhol, mas dá para entender um pouquinho. E aí a gente começa a entender melhor o que está acontecendo.
I'm looking for a stable boy from Neuhof.
Then why aren't you looking for him at the stud farm?
Because he fled from there and supposedly went to see some charcoal burners.
He didn't come here. You'll have to try elsewhere.
Ah, o cara mandou eu procurar em outro lugar, mas tem mais um cara aqui, vamos conversar com o outro aqui. Ó, tem mais um aqui, vamos perguntar a ele também e ver o que ele vai falar.
Good day to you. What do you need?
Could you help me?
Depends what you want, doesn't it?
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof. They say he ran away and joined up with some charcoal burners he used to hang around with sometimes.
Sorry, there's never been a lad called Ginger around here. You have to try somewhere else.
Do you have any idea where else he could have gone?
You said he was friends with the charcoal burners? Well, you'll definitely find some in the forest between Neuhof and Ujets. There's good spots around there.
But that forest is huge. I could spend weeks searching.
Then follow the river. That's how you found us, isn't it? Where there's charcoal burners, there's always water nearby.
A murder's been committed at Neuhof, and that boy likely knows who did it. It's vital I find him.
There's been murder aplenty in these parts of late. But that Ginger lad really hasn't been here.
There'll be a lot less murdering going on once I bring those bastards to justice. So how about helping me out?
Calm down, lad. For the love of God. There's been no one like the boy you want round here. But then again, there are other charcoal burners. Try them. You might want to hurry. You're not the first to be asking about him, and the others weren't exactly a noble-looking bunch, although they were generous with their silver.
They didn't happen to say what they wanted him for?
No, but they definitely didn't look like they wanted to invite him to a feast.
All right, I'll go and ask somewhere else.
Beleza, ninguém me ajudou, então eu tenho que procurar um outro assentamento. Segundo eles, tem mais assentamentos aqui na redondeza. Então vamos procurar no próximo assentamento e ver se a gente encontra o cara. Por quê, galera? Ele tava com um punhal e esse punhal era dele, porque os bandidos estavam com o punhal do Panocha, né? E esse punhal meio que ficou meio estranho. Por que o bandido estaria com o punhal dele, né? Então vamos investigar de quem que é o punhal, descobrindo que é do Panocha, e ele, como estava respondendo de forma muito suspeita, a gente acha que ele tem alguma coisa a ver. Porém, ele sumiu, mano. O cara sumiu do nada. Quando eu fui perguntar a ele se ele tinha alguma coisa a ver com o crime, ele sumiu. E a gente tá procurando ele. O nosso chefe lá manda eu resolver as coisas, né? Sozinho, gente, sozinho. É tenso. Vamos conversar com esse cara aqui, ó.
Good day to you.
Do you know where I could find Ginger?
Who?
The stable boy from Neuhof. I've heard he's friends with some charcoal burners.
I know you mean. He went not long ago to the charcoal burners by Talmberg. And just follow the stream to the west. God be with you.
Ó, esse já me falou pra me seguir a oeste, né? Que ele foi com os carboneiros de Talbeck. Então ele foi pra a oeste. A oeste nós temos aqui, ó, um ponto ali, ó. É nessa área toda que ele pode estar escondido, galera. Então é uma área muito vasta para eu procurar o infeliz. E só vou conseguir encontrar ele conversando mesmo e pegando informações, cara. Sem informações legais, eu não vou conseguir achar o peste. Deixa eu conversar com esse cara aqui de verde, talvez ele me ajude mais.
I'll be with you.
I'm looking for Ginger from Neuhof. Do you know anything about him?
I know him. What do you want of him?
There's a few questions I need to ask him.
Well, you'll have to go somewhere else to find him. He doesn't come here much.
So where does he usually go if not here?
You think we're the only charcoal burners in these woods?
Probably not. But this is a big forest and I don't have time to look under every stone in it.
And you don't need to look under every stone. All you have to do is follow the river, and you might just run into another camp.
I really must speak with him. A murder was committed at the stud farm and that boy probably knows who did it. I have to get him to talk.
And you think he had a hand in it?
Hard to say. He ran away, but on the other hand, it seems he stabbed one of the attackers.
Well, when you put it like that, it's clearly urgent business. I do know him. Not personally, but I've seen him around. He's friends with the charcoal burners down by Townburg. I know he hangs around with the twins there.
Downstream by Talmberg, somewhere by the castle.
If you follow the river to the west, you're bound to run into them. Oh, one more thing.
Yes?
Some other men have been around asking about him, but they weren't as convincing as you. Farewell.
Galera, é o seguinte, ele disse que outros caras estão procurando o Panoche também, provavelmente os bandidos. Tem alguma ligação, mano, tem alguma ligação, a gente não sabe qual é. O porquê que esses caras estão procurando o Panoche também. Cara, doideira, hein? Vamos tentar descobrir aqui, ó. Agora ele me deu uma informação melhor. Perguntar aos carboneiros dali. Vamos até lá, é um pouco longe, né? Então eu vou dar aquele cortezinho. Se acontecer algo no caminho, eu mostro a vocês. Então vamos até lá para perguntar aos outros camaradas. Ó, que tá um barulho ali, o cara gritou. Outros camaradas, vamos ver. Ó, o coelho aí, ó, perna longa. Vamos ver se ele vai ajudar aí. Eles vão ajudar a gente a ter mais informações. Chegando aqui, galera, ó. Um caminhozinho aqui, mais um assentamento. Vamos conversar aqui com o pessoal daqui para ver se eles vão me auxiliar. Porque tá difícil encontrar o cara, hein? Ninguém quer falar nada. Falou que tem outras pessoas procurando. Aí complica minha vida. Deixa eu conversar com esse infeliz aqui.
Good health to you.
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof.
Don't know him.
But they told me at the other camp that he comes to visit you.
Well, they must have got themselves in a muddle. Definitely. There's no Ginger that I've ever heard of. Good luck to you.
Esse disse que nunca ouviu falar do cara. Deixa eu ver esse cara de vermelho aqui com a espada na mão. Suspeito, hein? É um dos gêmeos que tem informação melhor sobre o cara. Vamos perguntar.
Where are you hiding, Ginger?
How did you... What the hell are you talking about?
Don't try that one on me. I know he's friends with a pair of twins from here. I'm here on the orders of Sir Hanush, and I need to talk to Ginger about the raid on the stud farm.
If Sir Hanush sent you, then you should deal with those two cutthroats who've been creeping around here asking about the poor boy. Once you take care of them, we won't have to hide him anymore.
All right, I'll deal with them. And then you'll tell me where you've got Ginger hidden, right?
Right. You get rid of them, and I'll tell you.
So where can I find these bandits?
I'm not sure exactly. There's lots of places to hide around here. But they came and went over the bridge, so I reckon they must be somewhere between here and our neighbours.
That's a lot of woods to comb through.
Not all that much. There's a path around there somewhere leading to an abandoned camp. Take care.
Pois então, cara, esse gêmeo aqui disse que tem uns caras rodando aí querendo pegar o Panoche e pediu pra eu dar conta dos caras que vai me falar a localização do homem. Então eu vou ter que procurar agora os bandidos. Ele me deu aqui mais ou menos uma noção onde esteja, mas vou rodar aqui a mata pra ver se eu acho os bandidos. Pra ver se eu descubro, né, onde o Panoche tá. É só assim que ele vai me contar onde o cara tá. Beleza. Galera, é o seguinte, rodei, a área é grande, tá vendo? Ó, a área é muito grande. Eu tenho, ali diz que é pra matar os bandidos, mas se eu for até ali, às vezes os caras não aparecem. E eu aqui nesse ponto, conversando com o povo aqui, ó. E nada, não encontrei nada. Caminhando aqui pela nossa trilha aqui. Olha só, mano, dois camaradas aqui, ó. Homens de armas suspeitas. Pode ser que seja esses caras? Pode ser. Vamos conversar com eles pra tentar descobrir. Ó, são suspeitos.
Greetings, my good man. May I ask you a question?
Ask first, then I'll ask you something.
Really? Good then. We're looking for Ginger, a stable boy at a nearby stud farm. Have you seen him anywhere?
I was just about to ask you two the same thing. I'm looking for him too.
Then it's a pity neither of us has found him yet.
Thank heavens I've found you, though. I imagine you two might be able to tell me something about Neuhoff.
I see. Well, we can give you a little demonstration of what happened there.
Pois é, meus amigos, os homens são bandidos, rapaz, vieram pra cima de mim. É esses lazarentos que estão atrás do Panoche. Então vamos descer o cacete. São 2 contra 1, mano. 2 contra 1. Esse jogo é difícil. Eu vou recuando aqui no escudo aqui, ó. Tentando bloquear e batendo. Vai pra lá. Ih, cara com machado. Toma, esse corte pegou. Esse corte pegou. Vem, tio, vem. Vem, toma na cara. Ei, desgramento. É pra o cara do machado aqui sinistro, hein? Esse bicho aqui do capuz. Manjo dos Paranauê. Já cansei, meu personagem tá morto, mano. O dia todo trabalhando, investigando, andando de cavalo. Sai pra lá, peste. Eita, soco. Vamos lá. Vamos à luta, galera. Aqui é o combate, Entrou na boca isso aqui. Era pra bater matado. Entrou também na boca. Agora. Ei, desgrama. Ih, mano, olha isso. Olha o replay, mano. O cara. O próprio amigo meteu a espada no camarada ali, olha lá. Nossa, velho. Isso que é parceiro de equipe, ó. Muito da hora. É legal demais esse jogo. Tá bom, vamos a minha vez, ó. Vou dar um fatal de você, filho. Vem. Você é um covarde, toma. Matou o próprio amigo. Ih, desgraceira. Que tonto aqui agora. Eita, nós. Só mais um tapinha e morre. Vem, tio. Toma. Bloqueou minha espada cheia de sangue, mano. Olha só. Sou sanguinário. Aê, pegou na beiça. Pegou na beiça. Olha o replay. Furou os olhos do bicho, rapaz. Eita, desgraceira. E caiu ali, feito uma jaca, olha lá. Era uma vez. É assim que se faz com bandido, mano. Agora você pode fazer o quê? Fazer aquela morte cinematográfica com estilo. Ó. Toma, Lazarento. Eu podia deixar você vivo, levar você pro cara, mas eu preferi matar. Beleza, agora galera, faço a limpa no cara, como sempre, boto as coisas no cavalo. E vamos voltar agora lá pra vila, pra conversar lá com o cara que falou que vai me dizer aonde o Panocha está escondido. Vocês viram que a luta foi boa, hein? Gostei da luta, hein? Gostei da luta. Os efeitos de replay ficou legal. Deixa nos comentários pra vocês saberem o que você achou. E vamos nessa. Vira a página, menino. Aí, chegamos aqui agora, ó. Vamos conversar com o cara, com um dos gênios, pra ver se ele vai falar onde o Panoche está.
Jesus Christ be praised.
You don't have to worry about those bandits anymore. I've dealt with them.
Really? And I suppose I have to take your word for it.
If you want proof, I can take you to them. Maybe I should have brought you their heads.
I'll take your word for it. All right, a bargain's a bargain. Ginger is hiding out in a ruined hut not far from here. You go along the road to Ujits until you see a path to the right that leads to a small spring. There's an overgrown path that leads from there right to where Ginger is. Keep your eyes peeled though. You could easily miss it.
Good. Thanks for your help.
God be with you.
Topzera, galera. Agora ele me deu a localização. Finalmente vou encontrar o Lazarento. Já cuidei dos bandidos. Ou seja, os bandidos não vão mais procurar ele. E agora é só achar ele. Bem, ele estava escondido aqui, mano. De repente eu poderia ter achado ele na cagada, né? Na mesma área mesmo, na mata aqui, ó. Se tivesse passado por aqui e não poder estar procurando os bandidos, eu poderia ter achado o infeliz. A localização disso é pra cá. No meio do mato mesmo. O cara tá bem escondido, mano. Esse jogo aqui é topzera, galera. Medieval irado. RPGzinho top. Um pouquinho difícil pra jogar, mas depois você pega a manha, fica gostoso. As lutas são um pouco complicadas. De pegar a manha mesmo. Ó, a casinha aqui. Ah, mano, ele não tá nem tão escondido, não. Se ele tiver num acampamentozinho aqui, não tá tão escondido, não, ó. Se ele tivesse num buraco. É um buraco. Vamos ver aqui. Ó, ele ali, ó. Vamos falar com esse infeliz aqui. Já tá resmungando ali já.
It's not my fault.
Não é culpa
There
minha.
was nothing
Vamos
I
ouvir
could
o que
have
tem
done
a
to
dizer e
help.
vamos
I
saber
was
se
frozen
ele
solid.
realmente
I couldn't
é
even open
culpado
my
ou não.
mouth. I couldn't even get a peep out. They would have killed me if I'd said anything. I couldn't stop what happened. I'm not to blame.
Jesus, you've led me a merry dance.
What do you want from me?
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Why did you run off like that? Where are your cronies? And why did you kill that bandit?
What?
Right, one thing at a time. Why did you run off in such a hurry?
Because I was afraid they'd come back and kill me.
Who?
Those bandits, of course.
To get revenge on you for killing their mate.
Killing? Me? I never killed anyone. God is my witness.
I'm looking for your friends. Where are they?
The charcoal burners? They're over at the...
To hell with the charcoal burners. Where are your bandit mates?
They're not my mates. They nearly killed me. I recognized one of them, so I thought they'd come back and...
Recognized? Who was it? Talk!
I don't know his name, only that he's from Ushets and he has a limp.
What can you tell me about him? How do you know him?
I saw him a few times in the tavern in Ushets, playing dice and boozing.
And?
I know he lives in a house on the edge of the village, but that's all I know. I never talked to him.
Why did you kill that bandit?
What? Bandit? I never killed anyone.
This is yours, isn't it? I pulled it from the belly of a dead bandit near the stud farm.
That is mine, but I didn't stab him. That fellow took it from me.
What fellow?
I don't know his name, but he's from Ushets and he has a limp.
He limps and he's from Ushets. That's not much to go on, but I suppose it'll have to do.
It's all I know. I never talked to him.
And now tell me exactly what happened. And don't leave anything out.
That's quite a long story.
Don't worry, I won't get bored.
All right. I woke up in the middle of the night because I needed to go for a piss. So I went out into the dark, same as usual, only there was something there that shouldn't have been. At first I thought it was just a trick of the light, but it wasn't. Then it was too late. They went past and I thought they must be horse thieves. I would have yelled, only I was afraid they'd kill me. So I waited until they were out of sight and I started to sneak away, but then...
Then the slaughtering started.
Yes. I thought they'd steal the horses and ride off. That would be bad enough, but then all the killing started and flames everywhere. It was terrible, like hell itself.
And then?
It seemed some of them didn't like it either. They started squabbling among themselves, and some of them started running back where they came from, right towards me. And I had that thing in my hand, the hoof pick.
So you stabbed the first one in the belly?
No. He ran right into me. He was running fast for a fellow with a limp. He pushed me aside and I fell on the ground. Then he told me I'd better lie low if I valued my life. And he ran off with the others. I did what he said and hid. Then the rest of the gang ran past.
And then?
Then I waited in case that limping one from Ushits came back. I didn't dare come out until I was sure. I think it was almost light.
What about the others? Was there anything you noticed about them?
I don't know. There might have been maybe 8 of them, and 2 of them were really big. That's all I can remember.
Do you know what they argued about?
I didn't hear everything, but I reckon some of them were only there to steal and wanted no part in the killing.
That sounds terrible. I know exactly how you feel.
If only I yelled. Maybe they...
If you had, you'd most likely be dead. It probably wouldn't have done any good anyway.
But still...
There was nothing you could do. I've heard everything I need to hear, so I'll leave you be.
Wait! What about me? Won't you help me out?
Perhaps I could. What would you like?
I'd like to go back to the stud farm, but those cutthroats who want to kill me are still around. Will you help me?
They're out of the way. I ran into them on my travels.
Really? That's great, but...
What?
I'm afraid to go back to the farm. I ran away, and God knows what they'll think about it all. I don't know if they'll even want to talk to me.
I could go and ask them if it's important to you.
Would you? You'll definitely have their respect, the way you took care of those cutthroats.
Pois é, o cara não é culpado, galera. É só apenas uma vítima, coitado. Bem, agora eu tenho que voltar lá pra vila, conversar com o meu chefe, que eu achei o cara, e tentar fazer com que o Panocha seja aceito novamente na vila, coitado. Foi atacado assim como o meu personagem também foi atacado, né? E aí é forçado a fazer coisas que a gente às vezes, né, com medo e tal. Mas enfim, vamos voltar pra vila que é longe pra diabo. Galera, isso aqui é em um dia eu tô fazendo isso, tá? Dentro do jogo é um dia. Ó, aqui é a vila onde os cavalos e as pessoas foram assassinadas pelos bandidos. Se se foi só aqueles 2 bandidos? Eu matei, eram 4 bandidos, né? Que eu matei 2 na mata, na gameplay passada tá lá. Eu matei 2 bandidos na mata e matei mais 2. Então foram 4 bandidos que fizeram esse estrago, velho. Caraca, os caras são bons, hein? Bem, vamos conversar primeiro com a mulher pra ver se eu consigo fazer com que ela aceite o panote de volta.
Good evening.
I found Ginger. He begged me to ask if he can return, man.
Why should I take him back? It might be his fault I had to bury my husband.
What?
Why else would he flee but guilt? The men said they didn't see him in bed. He didn't have a clean conscience because he gave those murderers a signal.
That's not true. He fled because one of the attackers recognized him and Ginger was afraid he'd come back and kill him.
Those are just excuses. He wouldn't dare come back.
But they came back the very same day. If he hadn't run, they'd have killed him and everyone else.
Why would they do that?
Why not? They'd already murdered several people, why not a few more?
And now I'm supposed to take him back? What if they come back for him and kill one of my daughters in the process?
The cutthroats who were after him have been taken care of. And the rest have no reason to return here.
And what about for revenge? I can't take him back.
I understand your concerns, but you just need to ask Sahanish to leave you a guard. Those bandits might be willing to take on a few stable boys, but not an armed soldier.
I'd definitely feel better if someone was here a few days to keep watch.
It can be arranged. I'm sure Sir Bernard won't object.
Good then. Let the lad come back again. Goodbye.
Beleza, agora eu preciso conversar com o nosso boss aí, né? O cara que me encarregou de procurar o panote. Enquanto ele ficou aqui de boas, parado em pé no nada. Vamos conversar com o Capitão Bernard.
God be with you.
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Ujits.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Ujits. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzik will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
Beleza, galera, tudo certo. O Panocha pode voltar e eu tenho que investigar agora mais informações sobre o crime, né? Os bandidos. Tem alguma ligação aí com um camarada aí, vamos ver mais pra frente. Ó, esse cara aqui é o próximo. Cadê o cara? Passei batido. Aqui. Ah, aqui. Esse cara aqui é o cara que eu tenho que conversar depois, né? Que ele vai me ajudar e auxiliar na nossa continuação da missão. Agora eu vou pegar meu cavalinho aqui e vou voltar, cara, lá onde o Panocha tá, mano. É longe pra cacete, mano. E não dá pra pular, não dá pra... Eu tenho que ir andando mesmo. Vou lá, solta o vídeo aí. Ó, pra você ver que é tão longe que até escureceu, velho. Tá até de noite. Por que eu voltei aqui? Pra falar com o Panocha que ele tá liberado pra voltar. Pode voltar quando quiser pra vila, que todo mundo entendeu o que aconteceu, né? Agora vamos conversar com ele aqui e dar boa notícia pro nosso brother.
Hard work to convince them,
Tá
so
meio
please
escuro
don't get into
porque
trouble
tá
when
de
you go
noite.
back.
Thank you. I'd like to give you something, but I've got nothing except if you're ever traveling by way of Neuhof, stop by and I'll show you something with the horses.
Show de bola. Até falou pra eu passar lá pra eles me ensinar uma coisa sobre os cavalos. Mas aí, galera, ó, missão completa com sucesso. Agora eu vou fazer o quê? Vou aproveitar que eu tô nesse esconderijo aqui, vou tirar um cochilo, vou dormir, né? E no próximo episódio a gente continua nossa história investigando mais sobre esse caso dos bandidos, beleza? Fiquem com Deus, até a próxima, valeu! Aqui é Crocs Games. Fui, galera!